I'm Chris Ulbrich, Executive Vice President of Opric Stainless Steels and Special Metals and President of the Service Center Group. Welcome to the Opric Way.
Welcome to the Ulbrich Way, a training video series of Ulbrich Stainless Steels and Special Metals Incorporated. This series is aimed at helping you understand the ideas that drive your company in its future direction. At the end of this video presentation, your session leader will conduct a short discussion in which you can get any questions answered. Right now, all you have to do is watch and listen.
This is a video series to help you understand on how metal is made and how it is used by our customers. It is sometimes difficult to understand Obric products. Obric is not a household name like GE or Westinghouse. We don't make a finished product at Obric, but we supply over 15,000 customers who do, and we have 6,000 active customers today, shipping 50,000 active items from our 10 locations. But I want you to realize that our products are an important part of your everyday life. No matter where you are not too far away from an Obric product. Some of the materials that each of you handle every day find their way into cars that we drive, the computers and the home electronics that we use, the nuclear and conventional power generators that give us electricity. We have metal in aircraft that carry people throughout the world. We have metal in our kitchens and even in medical instruments that our doctors and hospitals use. Yes, I'd like to show you some examples of some of our products. Here's a cathode ray tube used in many computers, and many household and business computers. In here we make 305 stainless steel strip for the guts of it, Inconel 625, and even some X750. Without these parts, there could not be cathode ray tubes used in business or at home. We even have some common items. I think you'd recognize this, for your grill, made by an East Coast customer, and a flipper, even paint scrapers. Something as simple as a paint scraper requires critical flatness. Here's a piece of Hastelloy X honeycomb. Honeycomb is used in airplane engines for temperature resistance and strength. And just like to show you how strong this 002 piece is, you know, it's so strong you can actually stand on it. Without damaging the surface or crushing the membranes, it provides lightness for aircraft. Here's an example of Hastelloy X honeycomb, which is made in Wallingford, used in airplane engines, wings, and in engines to provide strength and corrosion resistant and temperature resistance in airplanes. In this first tape, we'll be talking about the Obric Specialty Strip Mill product line. In future tapes, we'll be covering wire, bar, sheet, and plate products. So I hope you enjoy the first tape. It's going to be very entertaining and interesting.
Hi, I'm Tom Williams, and I want to talk to you about strip. Most people have a mind's eye picture of strip as being sort of like a large, oversized roll of duct tape. Strip is actually continuous metal wound around a cardboard core. Manufacturers who use strip have uncoiling mechanisms to unwind their coils and continuously feed in an efficient manner the strip into their machines, which in turn blanks and forms the metal into various sized parts. The balance of the strip is scrapped. Most people tend to be vague in describing strip. Our industry has specific definitions. Strip is described by the AISI, the American Iron and Steel Institute, as metal having a width of less than 24 inches and a thickness or gauge of less than 0.375 inches. Strip with thicknesses .015 or less are described as precision strip, and strip with thicknesses of .005 inches or less are described as foil. Metal having widths of 24 inches or greater are described as sheet or sheet coil.
At Ulbrich Specialty Strip Mill, we start with a starting thickness of 125 thousandths of an inch and roll it to whatever the customer's requirements may be for the order. The coils can weigh anywhere from 4,400 to 5,500 pounds. We have a maximum width of 14 inch, and we are able to roll them to 1/1000th of an inch, which is approximately 1/3 the thickness of a human hair.
Sometimes I can get a better price or delivery on a wider coil, say 48-inch or 42-inch wide. At this width, the material is really coiled sheet rather than strip. It is properly called sheet coil. Although our mills can only roll to a maximum of 14-inch, I still have the flexibility to buy wider coils.
This is where we bring in material to be split for a 48-inch slitter. The material is usually split to 14-inch wide coils, and then it's sent across the street to be rolled to various thicknesses. Then it's brought back over here where it's split and reslit into narrower widths per the customer's spec.
Once rolled to its proper thickness, the material can be shipped to its original width or slit to the very narrow cuts. Here at Fort Rouge, we are slitting a 9-inch coil into 4.187 width.
Hello, I'm John Schmidt. We've been discussing the general forms and sizes of precision strip. Now let's take a look at the materials involved. At Ulbrich, we categorize our materials into stainless steels and special metals, as the last name of the company implies. Special metals, unlike stainless steels, are not iron-based. They are nickel or titanium or alloys of nickel, cobalt, tungsten, molybdenum, chrome. The alloys are specifically engineered for applications where temperature, corrosive environments, or weight and strength considerations really make them the only viable choice, or alternately where the cost of failure is high, as in a jet engine or a heart pacemaker can. These alloys are melted by our suppliers, frequently the same companies that develop the alloys, and they have names such as Hastelloy and Haynes, Inconel, Monel, and Time Metal. We at the Ulbrich Specialty Strip Mill provide these special metals in precision, strip, and foil with restrictive dimensional tolerances, special mechanical properties, special or restrictive surface textures. And we do so in small quantities, from a few pounds to several thousands of pounds, often backing them up with stocking programs for our customers when they demand just in time. These are just a few of the applications that employ our special metals in precision strip form. This is an example, actually cut in half, of a formed bellow. And this particular item is used in the manufacture of silicon chips. We've got some applications here for titanium. This is for a driver, not something you commonly see in one of your home speakers, but for those of us who have ever been to a live concert, these kinds of compression driver domes are used in the extremely large speakers in those concerts. And it is definitely a market that requires a lot of replacement, depending on how loud they go. Just some other items here. Here is an example of a welded bellow. This particular bellow is used in an aircraft application, and it is manufactured of alloy 718. A few other titanium items, and just for the curious, after beach sand, black beach sand, generally speaking, this is titanium sponge. This is the refined form of titanium before it's melted into mill product forms such as bar, sheet, plate, billet, and the strip that we start with. I've got here a half of a pacemaker can, and I can certainly hope that none of us here ever has to see one of these other than as a sample like this. It's an extremely cosmetic-dependent application, in addition to the fact that it is titanium and tends to be highly biocompatible. Another interesting application that is growing, and these are a little bit damaged, I apologize, but these diaphragms are stacked and welded together and become part of an implantable system which administers medicine on an ongoing manner inside the body, so that, for instance, given a case of someone who is insulin dependent, they might not have to take a shot every day. Those are the kinds of things that we get involved in several of the applications here at the Ulbrich Specialty Strip Mill.
Okay, thanks. Bye now. I'm Rich Papica, Director of Stainless Steel Products at Opric Specialty Strip Mill. Stainless steels were Ulbrich's first strip products. Stainless steels were developed during World War I. They contain chromium and nickel and have superior strength, corrosion resistance, and general cleanliness. Many industries of the day saw that as an advantage in some upcoming markets, such as aircraft, power generation, automotive, electronics. Ulbrich was providing orders in quantities and sizes that are not generally available at the time. In the years following, many companies have caught up, but Ulbrich has gone further. We here at the strip mill can provide specialty items in various quantities, widths, thicknesses, tempers, finish, shape, or any combination of all of those across a wide range of alloys. A couple of examples. This is a bead chain made out of 304 stainless. This could be used in drapery hardware. There's also a smaller version that dog tags are made out of. Some automotive parts here, again out of 300 series. They have all different properties. We have a part for an oxygen sensor, a spring for a transmission, and another drawn part for an oxygen sensor. Chain links are made out of 17/7. They are hardened, used for industrial drives and many other applications. Here we have a head gasket. We provide the material for the liner, made out of type 305 again. And an example of a surgical application. 300 series, very difficult to manufacture, very critical application. While stainless steels do not sell at some of the prices of our special metals, they still provide high value and are worthy of respect.
So let's start to talk about what we saw today. First, we saw a good solid definition of strip. Strip as the industry knows it, and strip as Ulbrich knows it. We saw how it was used, and we learned about some of the products that our customers make. We also learned that these are all products of the Ulbrich Specialty Strip Mill. This is our custom re-roll mill. We heard about special metals and their unique properties and their capabilities for performing in ways that other metals cannot. And we heard finally about the granddaddy of all of our materials, stainless steels, the one our mill started with. But the thing that runs through all of these is that if it's Ulbrich precision strip, if it's impossible to make, has incredibly tight dimensional requirements, has certifications taking years to acquire, if it's unobtainable anywhere else on this planet, and it was made right here at our strip mill.
for being with us for this session of the Ulbrich Way. We hope it has helped your understanding of your company. Your session leader will now conduct a short discussion of this subject. If your questions don't seem to be answered in this discussion, or if you have some ideas or suggestions of your own, you can call or write to us directly at the number shown on the screen. We hope you enjoyed watching, and we look forward to being with you again for another session of the Ulbrich Way.